Oh, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adam. I'm here for Box 3 Motorsports Euro Trip. We kick it off today at Donington. Casual racing, and it's all going to come together. We got quite a few drivers on the paddock today. I'm just waiting for that word on when the server has bounced from Mr. Will Green, and hopefully that will come very soon. But as I said today, where yesterday was all about our regular PC season, right? Kickoff of season 2. Today, all about Euro trip. We're going to take a trip around Europe, Donington today. Next Monday, March 14th, we will be in Barcelona, headed to France afterwards, Paul Ricard. But again, casual format, no pit stops, 15-minute qual, 30 minutes of racing, fast and hard. It's a sprint, no pits. We don't have to worry about, flipping those pit stops. Who's going to undercut? None of that today. We're straight through to just racing. Let's go. It's going to be a blast. I think we've got a lot of new faces here. Again, I talked about it during yesterday's race. Folks who maybe don't feel like, league racing's stressful. These guys get hyper sometimes, and they do. Let's take it seriously. We try not to take ourselves too seriously here at Box 3, but it does happen. And so maybe this is the league for you, or maybe this is the series for you, right? Come in and run casual. There's nothing on the line. They're still competitive. We want good, hard racing, but mistakes are going to happen. So maybe this is the league for you, the series for you to come in and jump in and get used to driving with some of these folks. And speaking of the PC season, there it is. We ran Suzuka yesterday. That was an absolute blast. 90 minutes. That race was crazy. We're back next Sunday, March 13th at Oulton Park. Another British track. Very tight circuit for these GT3 cars. So hopefully going to get a lot of good racing out of that and see some great battles. It'll all depend on how things go, but we want to see that clean racing, right? That super clean racing. And hopefully guys can pull it off at Oulton. I think they can. But as I said, we wait for this server bounce at the top of the hour. It is now the top of the hour. We'll check on... Oh, where is he? Let's go check on Steven real quick. He's Steven driving today. And I got an ad. Are you serious right now? I didn't get an ad for him last time. It just worked. Of course, now it doesn't work. Why is this monkey coming in and boss me around in this... It's gonna upset me. Monday, man. Don't harass me. I'll have to go grab it at some point. Right now, I'm waiting for the start of the race. But I will go grab it at some point. Go ahead and connect up and see if we can get in here. I don't think the server's been bounced yet. Not a lot of time left in that qualifying. I don't believe that has been bounced yet. Well, let's get it. BT Bubs is here. While we're waiting, I'll just go ahead and do it now and try and go grab that updated calendar. If I can find it. I just keep forgetting. Once the race is over, I kind of just, you know. There we go. Good for that server to come back up. Gonna be great racing today. Gonna be a lot of fun. There we go. Got the new calendar. I will replace it here in just a bit. Just to make sure I don't get yelled at. Ottens. I don't want to get yelled at again. As tends to happen a lot around here, but that's fine. There we go. Let's connect up and get ready for today's race. Just that 1 minute free practice sitting there. We'll let that run down real quick as everyone gets brought into the server. Drivers heading out. Alberto Hosius decides to take advantage of the free practice and get a few turns in before it cuts off for the 15-minute qualification.
Green light. Go, go, go.
There we go. We are ready for the 15-minute qual today as everyone heads out. 27 drivers on track for a casual series. I think that's fantastic. Tobias Gable joining us today. Will Green on track. Ben Drammel, new driver in an Audi. A lot of new drivers that I don't recognize. Nils Brouwer. We said Alberto Hosius. Nope. I'm not even going to try. We're just going to call him the Honda driver. I cannot pronounce that, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going to give it a shot. Puff Manic in the chat. Bertold Limpar joining us today. Again, a lot of new drivers jumping in as the cameraman has himself a stroke. Conrad Wislocki. Remco Ottens back after driving yesterday. A lot of action with him towards the end of yesterday's Suzuka race. It was absolutely fantastic to watch. As we said, Tobias Gable is back. Tommaso Montini on course in another Audi today. Dave Alvarez Jr. A lot of Audis represent. I love it. That's my favorite. Will Green back in the AMG. Mason Williams joining us today. Crackalicious in the chat. What is going on? Thank you so much for being here. Adam Neal, AJ Racing. Gonna let fly at Donington this afternoon. The Pink Pig returns. Daniel Pickett. Klaus Burfelt, another new driver. Matt Comiskey. Kev Shallis back with us again. George Garton. Again, a lot of drivers out here that are new. Lucas Smoke. OD Racing in the McLaren. Akal Laura. David Soul, another McLaren out there today. Rob Kiesar as well, back with Team HRT. Thorbjorn Rasmussen. Maximilian Loeffler. PG will let me know if I've pronounced that one incorrectly or not. And please do correct me. Nico Darvell out in a BMW today. Tony Green returns. Now up to 35 drivers, folks. It just keeps getting, the list keeps getting longer. C Rants. Nikolai Sibuk returning after yesterday's race. Excellent livery there. I like that livery. Livery. I'll get there. Terrell Scenes. Greg Zigme. Steven returns as well. He is streaming right here on Twitch today, as is Will Green. Uber Paraga joins us in the Ferrari. Great mix of manufacturers today. I gotta say, that list is very well broken up around a lot of manufacturers compared to what we're used to seeing. The Aston out today with, I'm going to try and do this. I'm not a Greek person, so. Demetriadis. There you go. See, I'm good here. Joseph Scott, I can do that. And last but not least, Fabio Santamaria in the Ferrari today. So again, a great full paddock here at Donington for a casual race on a Monday afternoon, Monday evening. Thank y'all so much for joining and being here. As we watch qualification continue to wind down, just under 10 minutes left to go. Let's go back to that season bumper before Remco Ottens yells at me again. There is the updated PC Season 2 poster. This is V4. So as I said, Suzuka just yesterday, absolutely fantastic racing. Some incidents, right? Nobody got out, I don't think a lot got out unscathed, but overall some great racing. We saw some fantastic passes yesterday and great battles. We come back next week to Olton. As I was saying earlier, a tiny track for these GT3 cars, and the opportunity for passing is not always there. But those unannounced American DLCs have been replaced. We will be back at Donington, which whoever did the poster there, Scientist Monkey, it's spelled wrong. Hitting the Hungaroring as well later in the season. So some great racing coming up for our PC Season 2. Let's take a check on our times real quick here at Donington. Will Green thus far leading the pack in that Mercedes AMG with a 127 flat. Wisłocki not far behind though, 127.3. We got a good number of 127s. We got to go all the way back to P7 to find someone not inside that range, with Neil sitting at a 128.2. It looks like we're going to have some great racing today. Again, Donington can be a very tight track. We see those 127 times. Obviously not a long track. Little narrow. So you will see there's still some great passing opportunities throughout this course. And the guys are going to have to pick and choose where they decide to make that push. With only 30 minutes of racing, I think we're going to see quite a bit of that. Somebody's got to help me with this. Oh, Bison with the biddies. Thank you so much for jumping in there on those. Much appreciate your support. Glad to have you here. Matuz. We're going to call him Matuz because he is currently sitting P3. Will Green holding purple in sectors 1 and 2 with Wisłocki holding in sector 3. Time's getting set now. A lot of 128s out there. And again, we'll take a quick look at that before the end of qualifying here today. Just under 7 minutes left to go. As 36 drivers do their best to set a good lap. As you can see, it gets a little crowded on a circuit this short. Or Bjorn Rasmussen. Again, I believe joining us for the first time today. Currently sitting 25th with a 129.9. Santa Maria now jumping up, sitting in the pits at this point, but jumping up into third with a 127.497. Garton as well making a bounce up with a 127.602. And taking purple from Will, Sector 2, with a 33.842. Mason Williams joining us at number 777 BMW. Again, there's that pink pig of Daniel Pickett. It's a hard Porsche to miss when it is on track. .37 drivers now joining us. Onoval Shalango joining the track, along with Tomek Zbroja. So again, for such a tight circuit, as Huff said in the chat, you know, we had over 50 drivers yesterday at Suzuka start the race. Suzuka, a 2-minute lap, right? A little more opportunity to spread out. We're seeing times here of 127, 128. It's a lot harder to get spread out, and especially during a 30-minute race, it's not going to be something that's going to be easy to pull off. Just a ton of drivers on track. Just over 3.5 minutes left to go in today's qualifying. Take a quick look at that map, and as you can see, there are some very tight corners at Donington. Chicane followed by 2 switchbacks. Going to make things very difficult on our drivers today. So Wislocki continuing to hold P2, Will Green in P1, but Paco Lara has now jumped into, it was third. That quickly changed, and he is now sitting in fourth with Santa Maria claiming back P3. Garton continues to run in fifth. Matsu running in sixth, and Tommaso Montini running in seventh thus far. And yeah, I just kept it focused on the Audi because, well, it's an Audi. That Adam Neal on track today out of the UK AJ Racing. This Euro Trip season really bringing a toss-up into it because so many of our regular drivers that we've come to know so far as regular drivers at Box 3, not on track today. Some of them are, but not a lot, you know. And now we have a lot of newcomers. And again, these are maybe these people who don't necessarily feel comfortable. Maybe they're new to sim racing, maybe they're new to the league, and they want to do something a little more casual up front, and this is that opportunity. And we're going to get to see some of that driving today. For all we know, some of these guys are seasoned sim racers, and it's just their first time joining the league and wanted to do something a little more casual. But it's going to be very interesting to say the least. We know who our typical fast drivers are, but there's so many here that we don't know. Again, Santa Maria currently sitting in second. Wisłocki sitting in third. Paco Lara sitting in fourth. These are all new drivers to me sitting here up here where I watch. Jason saying Suzuka felt pretty casual. Yeah, parts of it for sure. Parts of it for sure. And there it is, Wisłocki, and this is why we watch qual all the way to the end. Wisłocki now taking pole position and claiming all 3 purple sectors. As our qual time runs out, we'll get ready for our 30-minute sprint race here at Donington. But that McLaren, he put it to work right at the end. Able to snatch full purple across the board. See if anyone's able to jump up. Will Green and Santa Maria both into the pits at this point. And with qualifying coming to the end, it looks like Wisłocki will be our pole sitter for the start of today's race. Garton holding on to 5th right now. We'll warn everyone on, it's a Monday for me. It's about 3:15 in the afternoon. There will be family members arriving home soon. You may hear some dogs. I apologize. Here in about 20 minutes or so. Let's chalk the times up as things finish out. Wisłocki and Green going to share row 1. Santa Maria and Lara in row 2. Garton and Montini, row 3. Our Honda driver. And I'm going to put a post in the Discord. You guys have got it. I got to get some help from some folks. And Neil going to hold row 4 with Ottens. And Zingmi in row 5. Shameless plug Huff says, yeah, it is. Ain't nothing shameless about it, sir. Don't be shameless about it. Put it out there. Apex Sim Racing. Huff, I will be posting up a few things a little bit later. Help with, actually from Zap and those guys, but I'll make sure you'll see them in the media section. With so much going on, there was one thing I neglected that we need to update, so. For now, it will wait until after today's race. The cameras at Donington are just... And Wisłocki up front, sitting on the pole today. Actually, our only 126 with a 126.3. Really chunked some time off there. Will Green unable to extend his or lower his lap time with still holding on to that 127.002. Wait for our race to get started today. 30 minutes. It's going to be a hard, fast race, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling. This is not Suzuka from yesterday. Not some of the other races we have seen. This is Donington. Short circuit, short track. This is only 30 minutes. So with a 127, 126 our fastest lap, we're talking about what, 20 laps you have to make your moves? 20 to 22, somewhere in there, wherever that falls. That's not a ton of time. Not a ton of time. And so we're going to see if some of these guys push a little harder than maybe they normally would. Bring our times up one more time. We get ready for our formation lap to kick off. Wisłocki and Will Green going to share that row one. McLaren versus Mercedes into turn one today. Santa Maria and Lara. Ferrari in row two. So that works out perfectly as we watch the start of this race. Garten and Montini are going to share row three. Again, our mystery Honda driver. And just because I say that because I'm not going to embarrass myself attempting to pronounce that name. Along with Neil, going to share row four. Ottens gets himself into P9. Digme 10, going to share row 5. Williams and Van Dremel, row 6. Tobias Gable and Pickett going to sit in row 7. Brewer and Smoke, row 8. Loeffler, Broja, row 9. Alvarez and Chalice up row 10. Great to see all these cars on track today for what is a casual series. Again, 30 minutes of racing. Starts right after this formation lap. No required pit stop today. These guys will be driving straight through for 30 minutes. No concern of tires or fuel if they fueled properly. Don't forget, folks, if you're looking for a race league, Box3 Motorsports, exclamation box in the chat will get you over to our Discord, where you have the opportunity to join us for events like this. Again, casual racing today, plus league races on Sundays, Xbox racing on Saturdays, all ACC. We also are looking to work towards iRacing, casual for now, maybe moving into something more. Dirt Rally 2.0 championships. If you like sim racing, it's the place to be. Especially if you like community. Want to hang out with some great people. Our drivers line up into double file. See that pink pig back there in the background already tooling into the grass a little bit. Pickett gonna have to watch out. We bring our focus up front. Again, it's McLaren versus Mercedes down into T1. And there's our green light. L Smoke right off the bat. Smoke pulling a drive-through. Out of position at the start. We're going to go 3 wide into T1 right behind the leaders as everybody tightens down through the corner. Scott off into the grass. Rasmussen holding on tight. Wisłocki able to pull ahead with Will Green falling back into second position. Wisłocki getting the jump at the line. Will Green right there, however. Dig me off track. And now a bump and a push through the traffic. Roja able to move up now and take the inside line, getting ahead of Williams. Montini struggling in the back, losing 5 positions. Brewer getting spun hard. Oh, that corner was going to be bad for everybody, wasn't it? Oh, and what happened? Wait a minute. Stand by. I've lost Will Green. As Wisłocki continues to lead, Santa Maria now sitting in second. As I continue to search my list for Will Green. Don't know if he possibly got disconnected. We need to jump back to P3 right now with Lara under pressure from Garton. I believe Will might have gotten disconnected, because I no longer see him here. Lara able to stretch out just a tad now in front of Garton. Otten's under pressure from Montini through the chicane. Ottens pulls it down hard. Montini able to swing on the inside. This is going to give Ottens the advantage coming up the hill, though. He can hold alongside and take the inside line. Keep our eyes right here, folks. Ottens with a slight advantage coming down into T1. Wide into the grass and spins, though. Montini going to be able to take that position as Ottens starts to drop back. Montini holds on to claim P8. Ottens sliding quickly down to P11 at this point. Yellow flagged. Pushing just a little hard, but that's going to happen during these races. Let's take a look here at Burfelt and Soul. Burfelt able to get himself ahead of David Soul right there. More battles here. Let's jump back real quick with our next level racing replay. Pickett gonna make the move right here. If I caught that right. Williams running wide and giving the position up to Pickett. Chalice right now leading a group of Alvarez, Loeffler, and Brower. Will Green in the chat crashing the game. That is a shame right there. Loeffler and Brewer now battling. Brower taking the step ahead in that Porsche. Their battle backing them off a bit from Chalice and Alvarez. Will continue to watch up there as well. Oh, and we got 3 going here, and we're going to nudge everybody. Let's go back and take a quick look at that. Green, Kisar. Like splitting bowling pins. Tony Green getting pushed there, but Bob Kisar staying on track, able to hold on. Brewer now slid. Oh my God, I can't keep up with all this. Watch, we're gonna flash back one more time coming down the hill. Everybody tight into the corner, taking a nudge right there. But we need to jump up front. Right now, Santa Maria currently running in P2 under pressure from Lara. This Lockheed's run away. 3.5 second gap back to these guys, but it's Ferrari versus Ferrari for P2 right now. Santa Maria doing everything he can to stretch out. Open up that gap. Both of them taking vastly different lines through the corner. Santa Maria working out for, though. We've got some 2x2 back here with Honda. And a bump and a push through the corner right there. Both drivers able to get some semblance of control back. But now Montini going to climb right up behind him. Neal able to take the position. Vendramo and Zbrojo battling it out right now as well. Vendramo just slightly ahead. Ding there, and we're gonna go door dinging through the corner together and spun off Van Dremel. Flung into the gravel. Shame to see because we had a great battle going on there. Matsu now able to get ahead of Neal. See if we can catch that real quick. Just like that, slips right by, right before the chicane and able to hold it on through. That's the kind of driving we're looking for. Williams and Pickett now. The Pink Pig itself looking to make the move up the inside into T1. Mason Williams looks to defend heading downhill. Williams doing everything in his power to make that BMW as wide as possible, and we just saw this in the last corner, a little door banging coming around, and there Pickett's able to sneak on through like a slab of greasy bacon, just takes it up the inside and looks to make the play in that Pink Pig Porsche. Keep it right here, see if Williams is able to take that back. If I said what I said and I stand by it, leave me alone. It's Monday. I had to work today. We get ready for another battle back here. Comiskey, Rob Kezar. These are able to make the play up the inside. Can he hold it? We're stacked tight. Rob's now gonna lead this group. And another spin right there. Let's Rob Kesar pull ahead and get out of trouble. Burfeld now just moving up into P18 ahead of Rance. Rance spinning. Oh, what happened there? And another punt through the corner. Not good. Not good at all today. Our front runner, let's take a check up front. Wislocki now leading by 5.6 over Santa Maria. Santa Maria establishing himself heavily against Lara now with a 2-second gap back to Paco Lara. Garton continues to run in fourth unabated, has minded his business throughout most of this race. Omatsus gets himself up into fifth. Adam Neal currently running in sixth, AJ Racing. Our drivers start to spread out here for the last 17 and a half minutes. But we got a bit of a battle forming up back here. Joseph Scott defending against G. Steven. Rasmussen now going to defend against David Soul. Kesar there now, off into the grass. Rejoining, luckily safely, but losing several positions in that. Now going to lead a pack of very tight drivers back uphill. Darvell and Seabrook. Darvell able to move ahead. Oh, and P. Laura off into the grass showing yellow, but we got to jump back real quick. Neil and Montini gonna do battle back here. And you'll pick it again, applying pressure. Pickett looking to bring it up side by side, but he's going to have the outside going into the corner. They may be able to hold on and keep the position. Let's take a quick look with 15 minutes left to go. Let's check our standings right now. Wislocki continues to hold on. We lost Will Green, who was running in second. Santa Maria now 6 seconds off the pace. Laura, we saw a little dip into the grass, and it certainly cost with now running 4.2 back from Santa Maria. Those are your current leaders as we head to the last half of this race. Braga getting himself up into P19 now, ahead of Chalengo and Brewer. And right there with the dip into the grass, Chalengo gives the position up to Brewer. Moving up then P20. Uh-oh. Pick it off now into the grass. Let's see if we can catch what happened here. Porsche doing Porsche things maybe, and just a little bit too much of a send. Luckily able to get out without a scratch from another driver, but just barely. Talking about threading the needle. Pickett now back on track, but dropped quite a few positions due to that. Doesn't look like there was any actual contact from anyone that particular time, however. But we'll jump back to Paraga now, leading Brewer and Chalengo back downhill. Brewer able to move up around the corner, taking that position from Paraga. Mitriadis now under pressure from Burfeld as well. We got to jump back up front, however. Lara now under pressure from Garten. Garten has closed that gap right up. As Paco Lara dips a toe into the grass, we'll see if that allows Garten to close that gap a little tighter. Seems like they both lost pace right there, widening it. Tobias Gable now running in 11th. No longer, as we see, under pressure from Alvarez Jr. That didn't take long. Let's jump back to our current battle, though. Mitriadis, and Burfeld. Mitriadis holding on very well. I mean, the gap seems to close up to within that 1 to 2 tenths where I feel like we need to focus, but then he's able to stretch that back out to 6, 7, 8 tenths of a second and give himself a little bit of breathing room. Bertold Limpar now playing defense against Miski. Looking to the inside and not going to happen right there, but some door banging going on. Miski able to sneak around the inside, take up position. But Limpar grabbing it right back. He's going to have the inside onto the next one. People getting involved as well in this now. As whoever it was, I don't know who it was that said it in the chat, but it's true. It seems to be these 30-minute races just draw out everybody's inner send it gremlin. We've seen a lot of that today. It's really a shame because I think everybody wants a clean race, right? Chalengo and Brouwer again to it. Everybody wants a clean race, but mistakes get made when you're pushing that hard. Limpar continuing to lead this pack around the track. Over 8 minutes left to go in today's sprint race. Yearbook back on the back end of Comiskey again. Limpar able to move around. We've seen that pass more than once today at this circuit. Coming around the inside of that corner and heading into the next one. We'll see if Limpar can hold on. We're going to push to the inside and we're going to scrape door panels again. Wow. Comiskey moving back up. Tobias Gable into the pits. So Comiskey going to hold on to that for now. Limpar losing position to Rasmussen. Rasmussen going off circuit. Limpar and Seabrook able to move back up, and these guys are just stacked coming around this corner. As Rasmussen continues to lose position, Limpar and Seabrook now will battle. Yearbook now yellow flagged, losing multiple positions to Rance and G. Steven. G. Steven, however, off into the sand. Everybody pushing in this last 5 minutes. Yellow flags abound. Rob Kesar off track as well. With a bad re-entry right there. Roja now up into 7th position with Montini right there in the Audi applying a little more pressure. Both these guys now catching up to Neil. Just over 4 minutes left to go in this very, very expensive. And there's the push. Let's jump back and take a look. Was it a push? Certainly was. Right up the inside again. Trying to make that push. And guys just going way too deep into these corners, trying to be so aggressive. You can't fly up the inside like that, right? You've got to be having, you got to have that position. And there's no way that position was had right there. Montini and Broja now going to battle as Montini in the Audi looking to assert dominance through that corner, really knocking him out just a little bit. Letting at least let him know he's there. Broja giving up the position. Neil now heads to the pits. They could jump back. Another Audi, but Van Dremel under pressure from Alvarez now. Down under 2.5 minutes left to go. Miski taking position from Limpar. Limpar not ready to give up yet, though. Down into T1. Side by side coming into these final laps. Limpar takes that position back, headed down the hill. Oh my. Limpar dropping back. Let's go back and take a look at that. Looks like Limpar doing that to himself. But at least no door banging that time.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap.
There it is, final lap. Wisłocki continues to lead out, now with a 13-second gap back to Santa Maria. His race to lose. Paco Laura still sitting in third, 7 seconds off of Santa Maria at this point. But still, some close racing left to be had. Van Dremel and Alvarez are going to look to fight this to the bitter end, along with Chalice and Zygmunt. And Dremel just abusing that Audi over the curbs, which I can tell you from experience, the Audi is not a curb eater like some of these vehicles are. But I will say, in all my time of covering Box 3 races, Audi versus Audi, I think this is the first time I've seen it, and I am loving it. Dremel making the inside cut, able to hold that position. There it is. The race timer has run down. We'll watch these guys continue to battle right to the end. There you go, folks. Wisłocki, your winner today. The first round of the Euro Trip casual season at Box 3 Motorsports. As we watch Santa Maria heading down towards the line. Montini and Broja getting battles right to the end. Is Broja able to snake it through that corner one more time. Montini going to go side by side. Battles run to the end. Oh, but Roja going very wide. Again, that hard push and trying to think that it's going to get you somewhere. It's not. Vendremel and Alvarez continue to battle back here right to the end. Oh, and a push right in the last corner. Is he going to let him have it? He is. That is sportsmanship. Alvarez giving that up and letting Vendremel hold that position. Great show there. He knew what happened. That's what we like to see. Accidents happen, but can you let the person have their position back? Great play right there. As our race comes to an end today, ladies and gentlemen. Our race comes to an end today. I don't know. In trouble, right? I really think. I mean, look, we saw some great battles, but a lot of hard pushing today. A lot of hard pushing in places where, look, it's Donington. You're not passing in every corner. It's just not going to happen. So I do want to thank everybody for joining us today. Bison, thank you again for the biddies. Honda P5, there you go. You got this. Thank you for those. They are not required, but I do appreciate, we appreciate as a league, we appreciate the support because it lets us pump the league. So everybody, we will be back next Sunday. Let's throw it up there one more time because I want to make sure that Ottens is aware. I fixed it finally. Right there. We'll be back next Sunday, March 13th for a sprint race at Oulton Park. Another very tight track. We will see how our regular PC league does. And again, we're back next Monday. Hopefully I'm going to be here next Monday for Barcelona, March 14th. We'll be here for Barcelona, another 30-minute sprint race with our Euro Trip league. So I do want to thank everybody for being here. I think you guys are fantastic for joining. And I'm going to let you go now because family has gotten home from the workday. I'm going to go hang out with my wife for a little bit and let all these drivers out. But don't forget, come back next Sunday, Box 3 Motorsports. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here.